Is everything working? I think everything is working. Yep. Yep, everything is working fine for right now. Alright. Hi, everyone. Oh, man. But, hi, welcome to Cafe Autumn, where we don't care who you are as long as you're not a cunt. So, November is upon us, and with that, now we prepare for Christmas season, despite the fact that Halloween was yesterday. So, there are some things that I do actually want to get into. This one's going to be, I think, a little bit longer than normal, depending on how long I talk, but there are some things I do want to talk about. One of which being, Twitch. Yeah, So, regarding Twitch, I know about, like, Twitch and, like, the elephant in the room regarding some streamers in particular. Not really... I mean, it's a problem, obviously, but it's not really my major thing regarding it. And it's just like... But I will say, what has been happening with Twitch is maybe contemplate on actually quitting and just going streaming for YouTube. But I'm not going on that yet, but... Regarding Twitch, so I have for about a year going on now. Yeah, it was like back in November when I was officially become an affiliate. About a year ago, I had on Twitch become an affiliate, and that meant that I was able to stream on a site and actually get paid for it. And I thought that was actually really cool. I'm glad I can be able to do that. Then I found out that in order for me to be paid, I would have to surpass a certain threshold. And I thought, oh, okay. So how much is it? It's like, oh, it's just, I need to get paid $50, right? Okay. Yeah, I can just do that. And it is going on to a year now. And genuinely, I do not think, like, actually becoming an affiliate and streaming on Twitch for money is worth it, and running ads as well. Because, well, may not be the full year. I have streamed my hardest on Twitch for over a year. For about a year now. And in that time, I have gained, I'd say, about a little over $32. Now, I want to preface this by saying real quick, I'm not blaming anybody. Like, if you are taking this as, oh, you're going to be blaming your eyes. No, I don't, look, I don't blame anybody. If anything, like, I get it. Like, I understand. If you are somebody who does not like to watch people on Twitch or watch content on Twitch because the platform is just that, like, insufferable to you, oh, I get it, 100%. Like, the only reason I did it was to get my face out there and, like, better, like, get more exposure. That's why. And then when I became an affiliate, it was like, I really thought this was going to be great, and this might be a step in the right direction, but over about a year now of putting in effort and whatnot, and this is all I got to show for it. And I gotta tell you, if there's anyone I'm mad at, if there's anyone I'm actually putting the blame on, it's two things. One, it's myself. Because I understand, look, I get I'm not entertaining. I get I'm not entertaining to some people to a degree. I get it. I accept that, alright? I'm not fit for making content creation as a career. I get it. I understand that. I'm not... I just accept it and move on. But also, because this is technically my job, I also blame Twitch. Because, mind you, again, I was at this point now where a year passed, I'm getting paid. Supposedly. But a year has passed, and because I have not passed that threshold, no money has made into my account. So technically speaking, you could say that by being an affiliate in Twitch, I'm actually doing free labor. I gotta tell you right now, I do not have the time nor the luxury to continue putting up with this bullshit. I don't. I genuinely don't. Like, I don't... Here's the thing. I don't need $50 by the end of this year. No, I need $50 last year, and I'm talking the week I got an affiliate. Genuinely, this is why it's just like... Honestly, I will tell you this right now. If you're wondering what I'm planning to do, I have ultimately removed my payment information off of Twitch. And I've done my best to try and prevent ads from showing up on my channel whenever I stream. So hopefully, whenever I stream video games, there won't be much issues or anything on my end regarding people actually watching ads. So my hope is that you can just watch my content without having to deal with ads. Because at this point, like, I do not think it's worth it. I don't think it's worth putting ads on my streams and whatnot just to get a $50. And some people could be like, well, I mean, some people would be thankful for it. Yeah, after a year or so, dude, $50 is not enough to get groceries. I'm sorry. $50 for me is not enough to get groceries. And if it's not enough to get food and water, it's not enough to make me give a fuck. So that is, like, legitimately biggest thing right now is that I am technically quitting my job. I'm technically quitting my job, and I'm gonna be just doing... I'll still do streams around party games and whatnot on Twitch. It just won't be stuff I'm monetized for. So, yeah. Anyway, that's I wanted to get out of the way, so let's move on to other stuff. In particular, one of which being videos I'm currently working on. So, I am currently in the midst of right now, I have some scripts written. I have currently a script written for a particular anime that I've been meaning to talk about. There's a rather humorous video I'm coming out with that I want to do. Is I thought about getting it out for Halloween, but the deadline was way too close for me to actually make that into a video. But it was just a can you endure this anime, and it was just gonna be a humorous. It was just gonna be it was just gonna be a humor shitpost if anything. But whatever. I'm working on that. I should have that out soon. Other than that, I mean, there is a particular video I am currently writing a script for. And that is regarding two games in particular that I have played. The video in particular, it's regarding two games in particular that I have played. One for 2 years, and another for a little over a year, going on to be a year now. And that video I'm thinking of coming out with next year, because I want to compare and contrast sort of the similarities and differences and experiences I've had with both of them in the span of 2 years. So that's a project that's going to be out probably either 2026 or the end of 2025. Something like that. Anyway. Yeah, that's more or less, it's just kind of the same old, same old. But anyway, there is, I've been talking about it, but there's a project I'm coming out next year, and I am almost done with it in terms of recording. There is, like, either 1 to 2 more, things I have to record for it, but other than that, I mean, the majority of it is recorded. It just needs to be edited out, and I'm I got a good decent amount done and already scheduled to upload, so that's good. At the very least, like I have enough to last me for the month of January, so if in case I need more time. So there's that. But other than that, I mean, like it's coming along. I'm genuinely like I can't say enjoying it because it's pretty cringy on my end, but I'm definitely looking back and I'm thinking I'm looking back at it and seeing in sort of a different light in some ways. Other than that, but yeah, that's ultimately, yeah, just projects this month. It's just gonna be the same old, just videos that I'm currently working on. I've got one that I'm absolutely like having a blast with writing currently. I just need to record it and edit it up, and it'll be good. Other than that, yeah, like I said, in 2025, it's gonna be a huge project. Next up is what I have in mind is the games I intend to play this month. I already made a post talking about this, but I can go a little more in detail here. Yeah, so I made this, I think, like, a couple days ago? Because it was my intention, because here's the thing, like, I like doing these update videos to keep you guys informed and sort of keep you in the loop of what I'm doing. I rarely ever talk about, like, games I intend to play or anything. And that's mainly because it's just, like, these are games I usually just come up with just deciding to do. They're not stuff people request me or anything. But I figure, you know, if anybody wants to join for these, like, just putting this here, this is what I intend to go through this month. And for one of them is Neva, which is a game developed by Nomada Studio, the people who made Gris, which is one of my favorite games. Heard some things about it here and there, but ultimately I cannot wait to actually try it out. I'm planning to do it tomorrow, actually. So tomorrow around 7:30 Central. Hopefully this is working. Okay. I got the back. I'm seeing the internet disconnect and reconnect. Sorry. I got the backdoor protocol in case eventually that happens. But yeah, Neva, a game developed by the people who did Gris. I'm honestly excited and I want to see to it. I hope it's as good as I enjoyed with Gris. So that way, like, I can make a full playthrough of it. I still haven't played it, but I would love to do that. Other than that, Tekken Tag Tournament. That's going to be a full playthrough, much like with Amori and Devil May Cry. That one, because it was back in the day before DLC and microtransactions and whatnot. This was back when you could just... Literally, all you have to do in Tekken Tag Tournament to get every character is play and beat the arcade mode, if I recall correctly. I don't know, I remember it being different. But I intend to do that, like just going through Tekken Tag Tournament, old school Tekken, and just getting reassessed with the old controls and beating the story mode a number of times to the point where I unlock all characters. It'll be interesting to go back and actually look at how much it's aged and honestly how enjoyable it is. That'll be fun. Other than that, Ratchet and Clank Going Commando. That is a game I have been meaning to go back and look at. I don't know. I've just never really sat down and put the time into revisiting it. But it's a game I genuinely enjoyed and loved when I was a kid. So I kind of want to go back to that, see how I fared, see if I can still actually play it. But yeah, Ratchet and Clank, it's an interesting series. I didn't really get too much into it when I was younger, but that game in particular stuck out the most, and I really want to go back and play it. Other than that, Tomb Raider Anniversary, another game I used to play as a kid. I Personally, I don't talk too much about it, but I actually do like Tomb Raider. Like, old school Tomb Raider. Anniversary, me and my brothers played it a bit. It was on the PS2, so I was like, you know what, I'll play it too. Simple as that. And lastly, Intelligent Cube. If you don't know what that game is, it's a PlayStation 1 puzzle game that tests your IQ. Simple as that, and it's pretty short in the grand scheme of things, but it is hella difficult. Like, if Souls-likes are the standard of difficulty nowadays, this was the standard of, like, mental difficulty back in the day. Like, it's absolutely, it's absolutely a pain in the ass a lot of times, but I do find it fun. Yeah. There's also some other games I intend to play, not necessarily for maybe this month in particular, but some games I also wanted to check out. One of which being the new early access roguelike that's come out called Windblown. Some people in my group have already figured it out, but yeah, I genuinely love this game. I intended to sort of try it out with my friends when it first came out. Things just didn't work out. Like, just life happened, and one thing led to another, and just like we couldn't do it. So I was like, you know what, fuck it, I'll play it by myself, and I can't stop playing it. I can't stop playing it. I love Windblown so much, and the fact that this is just early access as is, and the fact that I'm just so addicted to it right now, it's a testament to just how much Motion Twin has put into this game. I'm still noticing like some bugs and whatnot that are in the game. Obviously, it's very much in the early stages, but I'll be interested to see how it fares later down the line. But yeah, it's genuinely fun. But regarding a lot of pirate games, personally, I'm thinking maybe it's probably better for me to sort of take a what's the word I'm looking for? It's not hiatus. Breather? Take a breather from trying to play like other party games and whatnot for people? Because here's the thing, with games like, for example, Windblown or Guilty Gear Strive or even Party Animals, it's not that I couldn't have fun by myself with those, but genuinely, if I was going to enjoy those games by myself, why would I need to pester my friends? You know what I mean? It's like, I like, genuinely, when I play these games and whatnot on Twitch, and when I play them with other people, I want to get more people involved that in my circle with these games, whether it be them watching it or whether them be actually playing it. Mostly just them playing it. Because I generally find those sessions to be a lot more fun and a lot more enjoyable, and personally I think they're a lot more entertaining. Simple as that. And I don't know, I kind of feel like maybe I should just take a step back from doing that for a bit. Maybe I should just more focus on games that are just stuff that I can play by myself, and just try what I can to entertain people and try my best to just provide content just by myself. And maybe my friends will come and watch, sure, but yeah, you know what I mean? It's just like, it is what it is. Because, like, I had plans for October, for instance. I have plans to do Left 4 Dead 2. I had plans to do Lethal Company. We were going to have some spooky fun that month. And I was getting pestered to play Left 4 Dead 2 and whatnot. And I was just like, yeah, we'll save it for October. October came and gone. Nothing was set up. I tried asking my friends, hey, can we play Left 4 Dead 2? Hey, like, there's an open invite for Lethal Company, so on and so forth, and just nothing came of it. So, it is what it is. So, I was just like, maybe I should just... I don't know, maybe I should just stop doing as many, like, party games and just focus on what I can do in my own power. Like, that's why I decided to switch over to Amori instead of going for, like, Left 4 Dead 2 or Lethal Company. It's because that's a game I could play single player, and that's a game that is sort of, like, that qualifies as a spooky horror game. So, I figured, you know, 2 birds, 1 stone. And, honestly, it worked out. Like, Amori, by all accounts, when I'm live, was one of my most popular streams. Like, a number of people that came in to say hi and everything. I was just like, thank you to everybody who showed up and whatnot for the streams. If you missed out, I mean, they're still available on YouTube. They're not going anywhere unless YouTube ultimately decides to pluck my channel out from existence. Because I don't trust this fucking platform to keep my account up or anything. But other than that, I mean, yeah, I've had fun with it. I did have to sort of put my foot down and intervene on some things, because there were some people that came in admittingly that either brought up subjects I was not necessarily fond of actually answering on my platform, or just was looking to start shit. So, that happened. And I guess it is what it is. I tried my best to take care of it. Usually, like, because here's the thing, like, I do understand that a lot of times, especially in my own videos, I do antagonize people. Some people in particular, Persona fans. I do every now and then, but generally it's just like, I don't do it necessarily because I just want to try and antagonize people or anything. No, I do it because some people just annoy me and don't want to listen to anyone but themselves, and it pisses me off. So, essentially that's me passive aggressively throwing the middle finger at these people. But other than that, I mean, like, I try to be nice, I try to be civil, I try to, in some ways, be empathetic towards other people who come in. So if somebody comes in, for example, trauma dumping, like, I try not to essentially just give them the boot immediately, because I'm just like, I mean, because I understand, you know, some people just don't know how to socialize. Some people just don't know how to interact with other people. And they come into my stream, and it's just like they're going off of whatever they can say to sort of like strike a conversation or whatnot. So I just try to be understanding. I try to be as civil as possible and try to not antagonize them. But in some cases, there are people that just try to take advantage of that, and I'm just like, yeah, I gotta put my foot down on that. But yeah. But anyway, I mean, like, at the end of the day, I just, certain games and whatnot, like Windblown, I mean, I might do a stream, I might do a stream or two for the game, sure, this month, but other than that, I think more so, I'm just, a number of the games and a number of the streams I do from here on out, most of them I think are just going to be just with me. Mainly because I'm the most reliable person I can rely on. I think that's... It sounds like a dickish move, but that's not. I mean, because here's the thing, right? Like, no matter what, if you were doing a project, if you were playing a game, if you are doing something in particular, right? If it requires at least you to work on it, the most reliable person you can rely on is yourself. Now, if it's a group project, if there's a multiple people, yeah, then the people you rely on, the amount of reliance you can have, it gets divided and pieces off to other people. But when you only have to rely on yourself to do certain things, then it's a little more then you have more of a major responsibility regarding that. But yeah, I'm just thinking, more single player games on my end and everything, and yeah. Other than that, oh right, I almost forgot. I had been sort of playing around, and this is another part of why I don't necessarily want to particularly just abandon ship with Twitch or anything. I actually think I got sound alerts to work. So, like, this is kind of the thing of, like, whenever I stream on Twitch or whatever, or I think it could even work on YouTube, but whenever I stream and everything, like, just go into my Twitch and on my About page and just find the sound alerts and everything. I mean, just, like, I put these up so people can just, like, I guess bug me while I play games or whatever. Like, for example, let's see if this works.
You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Yeah, that works. Yeah, there's a number of them I have added and put up. Some of them are gated by bits, but there are some that are also free. Like that one in particular was free.
I will cut a bitch!
That one is also free. But yeah, it's I also added this for like on Twitch. They have like a system for like channel points. Can add that. I added some visuals and whatnot for that. One of these I did. For some of the bits ones, they're the higher they are, the either it is they get more annoying, or in some cases it's just full songs. Like, this is one I have up for 500 bits.
Who the fuck am I offending? The Nazis?
Yeah. But, and other than that, I mean, like, there's a bunch of them, but yeah, I kind of felt like, I kind of felt like that might add something to streams if people wanted to go out of the way to do it. I don't know if necessarily people on YouTube will be able to bother, but definitely on Twitch, especially considering that I've turned off, I'm intending to turn off ads and essentially quote-unquote quit my job now. Specifically quit my job on being an affiliate of Twitch. Yeah, I hopefully maybe this will actually just liven some things up. Look on the bright side, though. Y'all get to annoy me. Y'all get to annoy me, and I am enabling you to annoy me. Anyway. Yeah. Other than that... So I talk about anime and manga a lot, and I try to, I do try to watch some new stuff. I do try to watch some, I do try to look into some new stuff and whatnot. And I've actually found some stuff nowadays that I actually do kind of like. There's a series called Mechanical Arms I found. It's genuinely kind of fun. I actually do like it. It has it has the sort of cool stupidness of something like Gurren Lagann, and I enjoy it. I'm really enjoying the hell out of it. There's also the Mars series, I mean, there's one series in particular I am just in love with, and more it is making me confirm that, yeah, I am bisexual. And it is, I intended an all-guys mixer, and it is about 3 guys that go on, a full, dating session, and I guess that's what they call it, a mixer. Yeah. And the quote-unquote other guys that they're doing, it's just, they're girls that dress up like guys. And by all accounts, I think it's absolutely a show aimed at bisexuals. I absolutely do, because dear God, the guys look adorable and hot. The girls look hot for both posing as guys and girls. It's just, I love it so much. Oh my God. It just does things to a motherfucker, you know? Oh man. Oh man, there have been some nice shows I've been coming across and I've been genuinely enjoying every now and then. Other than that, I mean, regarding manga, there is this one series in particular, and it kind of concerns me. Because it's made by the same person who made Iruma-kun, a series I genuinely love. But the problem is, Iruma-kun is still running, and the creator is going out of their way to make an entirely new series, and it's just like, why? Like, okay, look, it's not to say that you can't make another series, but it's just like, why push yourself that much? Like, do you have, like, a full team? I guess it would be one thing if you had a full team, but it's just like, in my mind, it's just like, either you've got you and an assistant working on Iruma, and then also this series, and you're just managing both at the same time. It's just like, I just can't. It just concerns me if they're deliberately crunching just to put more series out and whatnot. It's just like, I don't know the full details, so I'm just like, is everything okay? I don't know. I can pull up the name. I was just reading it the other day. Ichi the Witch. That's what it's called. It's made by Osamu Nishi. It is, who I believe also did the Iruma-kun story. But yeah, I mean, I'm reading it and it's fine. I'm genuinely I'm not hating it. It's just like that, the fact that the creator is actually it is actually coming out with like an ongoing series and just starting a new one. It's just like, it concerns me. Other than that, I mean, I've really been getting into, I'm sort of here and there now on it, but I'm been getting into Wisteria Wand and Sword. The series that had like some breakneck animation, like absolutely just drop dead gorgeous animation. And I was just like, you know, I want to check out the manga. And honestly, manga's actually not that bad. I genuinely think it's enjoyable. In its state currently, though, I'm just like, I don't know what the fuck is going on. And I kind of want to read more to see if, like, I don't know, I'm just trying to think, like, what the point of it all now is. That's what I'm just trying to figure out. I don't know. But, I mean, the art is really good, both in the anime and manga. It's just like, I really like a lot of the characters. The story, it at least keeps me invested. It's just, it's a good series, and I'm genuinely enjoying it. Also, Windbreakers. I know that's a, quote-unquote, a bit of an oldie for some people, but I've Windbreakers absolutely is a fucking, it's so good. I love Windbreakers so much. Like, I'm not gonna lie, that series made me cry like a bitch at sometimes, and it's just, it's really good, because it's one of those series where it's just like, it feels better the more you relate to it. And genuinely, some stories have like sympathetic characters and whatnot. This feels genuinely empathetic to a major degree. Like, it feels so good. Oh man, I just like, it's, oh man. There's also some other stuff I've been taking a look at. Like, there's like Yakuza Fiance or whatever. That's okay. I don't really know what to think about that. It's okay. But yeah. I know a lot of people have really been into what is it called, Dandadan. I have to check it out, but I don't know. I don't know. It's just I don't know, because there's other stuff I can watch. I just don't want to dedicate like my time to just one particular anime if I'm not gonna whether or not I'm gonna like be entirely for it. Uzumaki came out recently. Now, I, personally in my circle, like, there was one of my friends who was, like, really excited for seeing Uzumaki when it was announced to come out. And I was just like, I was gonna pass because, look, we had the Junji Ito collection. I think that's more than enough reason for me to pass on it. And I watched the first episode, though. And it blew me away with how beautiful it was. But in some places, I don't know. If maybe it's just me, but I felt like it was a little too well done, if it makes any sense. I know that's kind of a weird thing for me to complain about, but it's just like, I kind of feel like, considering the quality of the episodes, the other 3 episodes, it's just like, it does feel like you put your best foot forward and then had nothing to back up with. That's the thing. And it just got worse and worse every single time. Apparently the people who were making it, there was somebody behind the scenes of Uzumaki apparently who had like, it apparently fucked up the production. They didn't say who, but I can only imagine, take this with a grain of salt too, I can only imagine it starts with an E and ends with Utiv. But other than that, I mean, like, again, with Uzumaki, I watched the first episode genuinely was, like, really good. I loved the hell out of it. But it felt like every single frame, every single scene, it felt like there was always, like, something moving, something in motion, and it was just, like, I guess, yeah, rotoscoping, I think, is the case, and it's just, like, that's cool, but going for that for the entire episode, I was just, like, you can cut back at some points. Just, like, maybe hold off on the rotoscoping and, like, the high-quality animation for some of the more, specifically, like, the bigger horror moments. I don't know. It is what it is, but I did expect this to, honestly bomb. I wasn't expecting that first episode, though, but, yeah, the later episodes, I was just like, yeah, that's kind of what I was expecting. Alright, but yeah. So, I don't know. Potentially, down the line, I'm thinking of maybe doing, like, a video on something like Windbreaker. I don't know. Other than that, I mean, I don't know how recent it was, because it's been a bit, but stuff like Data Live has concluded, it's ended. Excuse me. But Data Live has, is pretty much done. I could make a full video on that, but I don't know. It's one of those, it's one of those commitment things, and granted, yeah, I've already been a fan of the series since the first season, but it would have to be something where it's like, I have to go back and watch every single season for the video, and it's just like, I don't want to do that. It's, I don't have the time for that. Yeah. It wasn't recently, but definitely the beginning of this year, I believe, Noragami got finished. And I have been meaning to, similar to Rosary of Vampire, I've been meaning to make a follow-up video for that. Things have gotten me sidetracked and whatnot, so it's been put on the back burner, but I'll have to take a look back and binge it, specifically in the manga. But yeah. I remember genuinely, like, enjoying and thinking the ending was actually pretty decent. I liked it. I didn't mind it too much. Yeah. Other than that, I mean, I don't really have anything too much in mind for anime and manga. I don't really, like, I do watch anime, but it's just like, I do read manga, but it's just like, I usually stick to stuff I've been sticking with, instead of, like, just whatever's new, whatever's hot. Like, for instance, like, Hard Gear got finished this year. And it genuinely felt like, with Hard Gear, I think the ending felt like either the creator wanted to be done with it, or whoever they were published under was just like, yeah, just end it. We don't want to keep this going, just end it. Because it felt, in some ways it did feel rushed. It genuinely felt rushed. But I liked it. I genuinely liked everything up to the ending, and I do recommend it still. It's just, yeah, that ending really feels rushed. Kind of wished it took more time, honestly, but it is what it is. Yeah. Yeah, there's not too many, like, anime or manga I do genuinely want to make a video on too much right now. Considering I'm already, like, working on a couple of videos right now. But yeah. Other than that, so I've been thinking about this, and I've been debating it. And I'm not saying that it would be a problem, but I am considering doing Pokemon playthroughs. Like, Pokemon's not really something I particularly talk about too much, but it is a big part of, like, games I like. Like, going down the list, like, the only reason why I buy, like, Nintendo products a lot of the times is just for Pokemon. Fully 100% be honest. Like, I have a 3DS. The games only I have on the 3DS now, specifically Pokemon. I have Pokemon Y, I have Pokemon Sun, I have Pokemon Alpha Sapphire, I have Pokemon Ultra Moon. Let me move this. Yeah. For the Switch, I have Pokemon Sword, I have... Yeah, it was Pokemon Shining Pearl. And Legends Arceus. And... you know, generally, it's like... I have, like a number of, like, Pokemon games I could play. And I've played Pokemon in the past live. Like, I've done it with Mystery Dungeon. Although, that time, I think my power went out, so... But, I don't know. I'm thinking maybe, just maybe, one of these days, actually make a full-on Pokemon playthrough. I don't necessarily know if it would be anything like a Nuzlocke or anything, but... yeah, I'm considering it. Oh yeah, I have also Let's Go Eevee. My eyes are not too great. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing, like, possibly Pokemon playthroughs. I don't know. That's definitely something I want to think about and sit on. But, I mean, if I do, I have plenty of games to choose from. Trust me on this. But yeah, I mean, if I do, I mean, hey, you're not really gonna hear much complaining from me. I'm a fan of Pokemon. I love Pokemon. So, yeah. But regarding whether or not it's gonna happen live, regarding whether or not I do it normally or just do a Nuzlocke, that is definitely a conversation for another day. It's very much in a case of I don't know, maybe I'll leave it to you guys. Like if anybody really wants to see me play Pokemon, if anybody is interested, maybe I'll set something up for it. Maybe. But yeah, it's something I want to sit on for right now. Something to think about for the future. But other than that, I mean, we're coming up pretty close now to a big event. The Game Awards. And nothing else. There's no other big event that's going to take place any time, anywhere in this year. Nothing of any importance whatsoever in this particular year. But yeah. The Game Awards is coming out this year. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming it much like last year. This time, I think I figured out what I need to usually do for setting up the stream so that I actually have decent quality on it. So yeah, solution was actually pretty goddamn simple, but yeah, I figured it out. So hopefully, when we do the Game Awards this year, I'll have a lot less issues, especially with the internet, because I've been having issues with that. But yeah. I don't really know what to expect. I don't really know what is and isn't going to be on the chopping block, so on and so forth. I've kind of been avoiding the lineup. Mainly because I want to see, just what they go with. I don't know. Because I heard some people were pissed off at this year's lineup. I don't know. I have yet to actually see anything of what's going to be listed. So, I don't know. Maybe this year is not going to be as good. I don't know. And the awards really aren't my concern regarding the Game Awards. I'm more interested in what are going to be major reveals. Because a lot of the stuff that's come out this year and has been announced from last year and the year before and the year before that. Wait. No, I started giving a shit about the Game Awards in 2022. Yeah, so last year and the year before. Yeah, I think that, I do think that, that will have more of my interest as opposed to just what is being announced for awards. If anything, if you want me to guess what will probably, win it, it's either, Stellar Blade, Black Myth Wukong, or Metaphor ReFantasio. That's really all I can imagine. If you want to, regarding the sort of, community vote, the year before, last year, they were doing, Sonic Frontiers and Genshin Impact. Two big ones were last year were Genshin Impact and Honkai Star Rail. And now, because there's multiple games that have come out this year, I think it's going to be I have a sneaking suspicion that probably Zenless Zone Zero is going to get the award. Because Genshin Impact is kind of, it's kind of over and done with a lot of people. Oh, let's be real. Genshin Impact is kind of over and done with a lot of people. Honkai Star Rail, it's still popular, but it is definitely reaching that point where it exists. It's not bad, but it's just, not a lot of people are caring about it as much compared to when it announced a 5-star was coming out, and that was almost a year ago. So, yeah. I do think that Zenless Zone Zero, because it is the more talked about and more thirsted gacha game that's come out now, I do think that's gonna definitely have probably a chance to shine at the Game Awards. If not, I mean, there's also Wuthering Waves, which, yeah, I do think that's going to have, like, that might also have a potential, that also might be potentially up for vote. Although, whether or not they win or lose, I don't think that's going to necessarily change how Kuro Games gives out their rewards and everything. Because, dude, Kuro Games is, like, really, like I really like their system in a lot of ways, but it is what it is. Other than that, I mean, I don't really know what to expect for the Game Awards. I really don't. Anyway. Other than that, there's something I've sort of been talking about. And I don't necessarily know when I want to start this, but I am considering doing animation. I'm considering learning animation, at least. And not necessarily to be, like, to become, like, a storytime animator or anything, but it's more so just sort of, like, add a little more to stuff that I work on and stuff that I'm passionate about. Like, I don't know, maybe adding more to my avatar and, like, functional lip flaps and whatnot and everything. And maybe even then, like, maybe having, like, little animations for my own stream setup and everything. Something like that. Like, I'm considering it. If I do, it's gonna... It definitely is going to be something I'm gonna have to dedicate a lot of time to learn and pick up. So... Sorry. But it is something I'm going to have to seriously consider whether or not I do want to go through with it. It's not that I don't have, like, it's not that I don't have any experience whatsoever in animation. I've tried. I'm gonna pull it up. Yeah, that's, this in particular is the only time I've genuinely, like, hand-drawn animation. And this wasn't, like, done with an animation software or anything. This was literally just sketches that were, like, put atop of one another, and I just sort of, like, drew them as if they were moving, as if it was just, like, one giant animation. Sort of like hand-drawn animation, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. And then the rest of me is just, like, piecing it together with video editing software and timing. Yeah. If you are interested in, like, what exactly is, like, the picture here is actually based off of a scene from a Studio Shaft anime Monogatari series. Monogatari. I can't speak today. Yeah, that's what that's referencing. I did skip out on a number of friends and whatnot, but it was, I will admit this, it was made on a crunch. And even then, it was just like, it was just kind of a joke I did. So, I don't know. Whatever. I'm considering, like, learning and picking up animation. But yeah. It's one of those things where it's just, again, it's just one of those things where I do have to think about it, and I do have to, God, I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm tired for some reason. But, yeah. But yeah, ultimately, I mean, for the rest of this month, I mean, things Not too much to, like, say that I haven't said already, but I mean, like, things are ultimately, I think, looking up, honestly. At least from my perspective. So, yeah. Pretty much, to recap, Twitch isn't paying me anything for over a year, so I'm just gonna stop being an affiliate, quitting my job, as it were. Working on a couple of video projects. 2025, I'm still working on a major project coming out. I got some stuff in the works. It's almost done with recording, at least. Do have some games to come out this month. It's a full list. Other than that, yeah, I intend to try and get a Windblown session going this month. Don't know if I can, but I'll try. There's some more anime and manga I've been into. And potentially I'm considering doing Pokemon playthroughs and playing around with that. I don't know necessarily if if I'll go all out with it, but it's something to consider. And the Game Awards is going to be out this year. Don't really know what to expect, but I have some vague ideas. And I am considering learning animation. I still don't know whether or not I am going to seal the deal on that, but I will have to see what the future holds. Yeah, yeah. I think that's gonna do it. Yeah. So thank y'all for joining me for this update and everything. If you want to support me and do better than Twitch, feel free to support me at ko-fi.com/theartsocialshow. You don't have to, but I definitely would 100% appreciate it. And yeah, like, donate to me. It helps me get one step closer to becoming a full-time artist and living up my dream and being able to do more of this stuff full-time if I get paid for it. Other than that, check me out on Cara, check me out on Artstation. I have a portfolio there. I mentioned it earlier, but if you want to go to twitch.tv/cafeautumn for games I play with my friends and everything, that's also an option. And also, sound alerts are functioning. Bubbles! Yep, they are. So, yeah. Yeah, so if you want to check out some party games and whatnot, again, feel free to check me out on Twitch and everything, and feel free to, you know, send bits and whatnot, and even use the free donations, free sound alerts and whatnot, just to annoy me. I enable you.
Just like Sasquatch, the Easter Bunny, and good gluten-free cookies, they are not fucking real.
But yeah, there you go. Other than that, yeah, if you want to stay tuned for any of these particular games, feel free to stay tuned and keep in touch with my channel and everything, and subscribe. I'll try my best from here on to keep you guys in the loop in terms of what I intend to do regarding my video games and whatnot. I'll try my best. But yeah, and lastly, I just want to say this. Thank you all to everyone who has been supportive of me up to now, everyone who is coming in and finding my content, wanting to stick around. Like, thank you to everybody who has been supportive, whether it be when I started doing this or whether it be more recently. I appreciate you. And I am certain to say that everyone at Cafe Autumn as well appreciates you too. But yeah, thank you so much for giving me your time, and thank you so much for the attention. Thank you so much for the engagement, and thank you so much for just, at times, just making my day, honestly, a little more memorable than it was if I hadn't done this. So yeah, I appreciate y'all. And I'm gonna take off, and remember, you're always welcome at Cafe Autumn, provided you're not a cunt. Alright, take care.
Okay, busy, my head is spinning, feel dizzy, like ring around. Ain't feeling rosy, wanna see the homies, but I'm leaving home and never stick around. Always on the move, bags packed, grab snacks, fast track, lift off. But I crash fast, gas tanks, ran past that last strip drop. Like, woo, need a day to just catch my breath. Feeling drained, I wanna get some rest. Sleep too long on these few times, but each new dawn I miss my bed. Serious about commas, but a period's what I want. Really missing the comma, full freedom, missing all qualms, yeah. What? As it turns out, I'm getting burnt out. Yeah. Not sure that this route will really work out. It's getting to my head. A recess to reassess, a furlough to lay low. Some respite to get by so the workload won't take hold. No, I don't wanna take off, no. I just need a day off.
I can feel it changing as the days go